They arrive smiling. Cameras out. Phones raised. Beaches, blue skies, cheap food, friendly faces. Most foreigners think the Philippines will just be another beautiful stop on their travel list. A place to relax, spend less money, take photos, and move on. But something strange keeps happening. Weeks later. Months later. Some of them are crying. Not because something bad happened. But because something changed inside them. And almost nobody talks about this part. Here's the truth. Foreigners don't usually cry in the Philippines because of poverty, traffic, or culture shock. They cry because the country gives them something they didn't even know they were missing. And once you feel it, you can't unfeel it. At first, everything feels light. People smile easily. Strangers talk to you like they've known you for years. Someone calls you sir or ma'am with real respect, not forced politeness. You get invited to birthdays, fiestas, family dinners, even if you just met them. And you think, wow, these people are just friendly. But it goes deeper than that. Back home, many of these foreigners lived very independent lives. Busy lives. Quiet lives. Lives where neighbors don't talk, families are distant, and everyone is rushing somewhere alone. In the Philippines, they suddenly feel seen. Someone remembers their name. Someone asks if they've eaten. Someone worries if they got home safe. And slowly, something inside them softens. Then comes the first moment that hits hard. A foreigner sees a Filipino family with very little money, but full of laughter. One plate of food shared by many hands. Jokes, noise, warmth. No one scrolling on phones. No one complaining. Just presence. That moment confuses them. Because back home, they had more money, more comfort, more privacy, but less joy. They start asking quiet questions they never asked before. Why am I happier here with less? Why do these people smile so much when life is clearly harder? What did I lose chasing success for so long? This is where the tears begin. Some foreigners cry when a tricycle driver refuses extra money and says, "It's okay, sir." Some cry when a family they barely know gives them their bed and sleeps on the floor. Some cry when they get sick and neighbors they met once bring soup, medicine, and prayers. No cameras. No social media. Just care. And then comes love. Real, deep, inconvenient love. Not just romantic love, but family love. Filipinos don't love halfway. When they accept you fully. You're not just a boyfriend, girlfriend, or friend. You become anak, kapatid, family. And for many foreigners, this is overwhelming. Because back home, love had conditions. Love was scheduled. Love was distant. Here, love is noisy. Emotional. Sometimes messy. But always present. This is also where some foreigners break down. Because with that love comes responsibility. You can't just disappear. You can't just take and leave. You start caring about people's struggles. Their parents. Their siblings. Their dreams. And suddenly, the world feels heavier, but more meaningful. There's another side no one talks about. Guilt. Some foreigners cry because they realize how much they've taken for granted. Running water. Electricity. Safety nets. Opportunities. They see children smiling without knowing where tomorrow's money will come from. And it shakes them. Not in a pity way. But in a deep, uncomfortable self-reflection. They start questioning their own societies. Why are we so lonely? Why are we so stressed? Why do we have everything except peace? At this point, many foreigners face a choice. Stay longer, or leave. And this is where the hardest tears come. Leaving the Philippines doesn't feel like leaving a country. It feels like leaving people. Leaving family. Leaving a version of yourself that felt more human, more alive, more connected. Some cry at the airport not because they're sad to go home, but because they know home won't feel the same anymore. Others stay. And cry anyway. They cry when they realize staying means adjusting. Accepting imperfections. Accepting that paradise also has problems. Brownouts. Bureaucracy. Corruption. Distance from their old lives. And they cry because growing always hurts a little. If you're still watching, pause for a second. Think about this question. Have you ever been somewhere that made you question your entire life? Drop your answer in the comment section. I really want to know. Here's something important. The Philippines doesn't make foreigners cry because it's perfect. It makes them cry because it's honest. Life here is lived out loud. Pain is shared. Joy is multiplied. People don't pretend they don't need each other. And for someone raised to be independent at all costs, this can feel like emotional shock. Another moment foreigners cry is during simple conversations. Sitting on a plastic chair. Late at night. Talking about life, God, dreams, family, regrets. No filters. No rush. No judgment. Just listening. Many foreigners realize no one has listened to them like that in years. And then there's faith. Even for those who aren't religious. Seeing people pray openly. Thank God openly. Trust openly. It reminds them of something childlike they lost. Hope. Not hope based on money or systems, but hope based on belief that things can still work out. Now let me ask you something deeper. Do you think modern life has made us richer or emptier? Leave your thoughts in the comments section. If this story is starting to make sense to you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves travel, culture, or real human stories. It helps more than you think. The truth no one talks about is this. The Philippines doesn't just welcome foreigners. It mirrors them. It shows them who they were before life hardened them. Before deadlines replaced dinners. Before success replaced connection. And seeing that reflection can be emotional. Some foreigners cry when they realize they don't want to go back to their old lives. Some cry because they can't stay forever. Some cry because they've finally felt at home for the first time in decades. And Filipinos? Most don't even know they're doing anything special. They'll just smile and say, that's normal. But it's not normal everywhere. So here's the final question I want you to think about. If a place can make a stranger cry just by being kind, what does that say about the world we've built elsewhere? Drop your answer in the comment section. I'll be reading them. And if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and share it for more amazing content like this. Because some truths are quiet, until someone finally talks about them.